Hi everyone, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing my September TBR game. For those that have followed me for a while, I used to have a penguin deck of cards with prompts on it. And so I brought my bag out, so I'm going to bring it back for this month because I haven't done these cards in quite some time. So I thought it'd be fun to bring them back again for those who have been watching me for a while. And if you're new here, I call this, the reason why I call it the Penguin Deck of TBR is because I used to, when I first started my channel, I decided to use the Don't Break the Ice game to choose my TBR. And it was giving me, it wasn't definitely like hard necessarily, but because I was using the hammer, it was making a ton of noise. And I didn't think anybody really wanted to hear a whole bunch of noise as I was like trying to get the ice out. So I decided to turn it into a deck instead of using the actual game itself. And if I draw a penguin card, that means my fiance Ray gets to choose a book for me. Any book. Does not have to be one that I own, but any book he wants me to read. If I draw one of those, he gets to do that. And what I want to do for September is because what I'm doing this readathon started by Maggie's Books and Stuff called the Phantom of the Opera Romance Readathon. And I've never done it before. It's my first time doing it. And because it's a romance readathon, I know a lot of people are reading Gothic books. And a lot of people are doing like Gothic fantasy and stuff like that, which I might throw in one or two because I have a couple of buddy reads I want to get to that have that. But what I want to do is try to get as much romance on the TBR as possible. Oops, and I just realized I forgot to grab one of my required reads. Hold on one second. What I'd like to do is bring my cards back and use them to help me choose my TBR. I grabbed a whole bunch of possibilities that could work for the romance readathon. Like a ton of regular romance that does not have fantasy in them. So I'm trying to do a strict romance TBR as possible. However, I do have a couple of buddy reads that are not romance. One of which being Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This is a dark fantasy romance, from my understanding. And I'm playing a buddy reading this with my friends Sam, Karina, and Clint. And I can't remember if anybody else decided to join us or not, but those are the three I can remember off the top of my head. So I am very much excited to buddy read with them. And then another buddy read I plan on doing is also the Thrills and Chills book of the month for September. That is going to be the September House. How fitting, right? September House. Which is by Carissa Orlando about a haunted house. And I have the audio for that. So I'm going to be listening to that on audio. And then, do I have any other ones that are not romance? I think that's it. That are not romance. Everything else, I'm going to try and fit in as much romance books as possible. And I'm also going to be trying to fit in the Sweeney Readers pick for the month for September, which is Until I Get You by Claire Contreras, which is on KU, and it's a hockey romance, and I believe it's dark on top of that, like a dark hockey romance. So hopefully I can fit that in with these cards as well. So I am very excited to get started on these cards. Oh yeah, I forgot my dice. You know what? I'll just have the HomePod choose a number for me. We will do numbers between 1 and 20, just to spice it up a little bit. And 20 is a lot of books, so hopefully it doesn't go towards the 20 mark. But if I can, I could probably fit a lot of books in because I tend to read super fast. But even if it is 20, I hope it's not. But even if it is, I'm sure I could probably get as many books in as possible. Siri, choose a number between 1 and 20.
A random number between 1 and 20 is 20.
Okay, in case you didn't hear that, they actually went for the biggest one and went with 20. I was not thinking that was going to happen. I don't think I even had 20 books in here. But I will make use of what I've got. I mean, I have a lot of books that I borrowed on KU and Prime Reading. So maybe I could fit some of those in as well. So I guess we're drawing 20 cards today. I think that's the most I have ever drawn. Well, might as well get a head start, right? It's going to be a long TBR. I hope you guys are ready for this. All right, first card we've got, I've already shuffled some of these up. We have a recommendation. You know what? I have an idea for this one. The reason being, I read the first book, and because of a recommendation. So maybe I could continue the series. So the book that I have here is The Reaper by Readathon. The Predator, which is the first one, was actually recommended to me. Originally, I can't remember if it was Nikki, Karina, or Dana. One of them recommended me the first book. Because the first book was a recommendation, I'll just continue off that recommendation and continue the series. So I guess we're going to be reading The Reaper by Readathon. And all I know is that it's a dark mafia romance, which I'm completely cool with. Because I loved the first one. The first one was a 5-star for me. And I cannot wait to continue this series. So this is actually a pretty good card. So that's book number 1. Let's go for book number 2, shall we? No way. Dystopian. So I don't have any dystopian books over here. However, I know I have some on my shelf. I don't know if they're... You know what? Actually, I think I have something on KU. Hold on. So I know I have something from this one author that I did borrow, if I could find it. So this is The Cure by K.A. Riley. And I read another book by this author recently in August called, it was part of another series of hers. But this one I think it has like at least a romance subplot. And it says, before the blight, becoming an adult was something teenagers look forward to. But now turning 18 means certain death. Allows you to prove yourself worthy of the cure. On her 17th birthday, Ashley Spencer is blindfolded and escorted to the massive, mysterious building known as the Ark to begin her year of training and testing in hopes that she could earn the cure, a powerful drug given only to those deemed worthy to survive beyond their 18th birthday. Ashton has a chance to rise up from her former life of squalor and be granted a place in society. If the panel, the mysterious group of powerful men and women in charge of the Ark, deems her year a success, she's assigned to work for 12 months as a servant for a wealthy family whose son is the most alluring young man she's ever met. At first, Ashton is grateful for the opportunity to earn her place in the society she's always dreamed of inhabiting. But as time passes, and she begins to learn the truth about the people she admires so much and the home she left behind, she realizes she has a choice: be part of the disease or be part of the cure. And it's for readers of The Hunger Games, Divergent, and The Selection. And I've read all those series and really enjoyed them. So I just borrowed that off of KU, so I will be reading that for Dystopian. All right, so that's book number 2. Now to pick book number 3. I still can't believe Siri picked 20 books. I was not expecting it. I know Ray's loving it right now. Okay, so our next card is Nature on the Cover. Do I have anything right here I can use? Oh, you know what? I do. Okay. Great. I wanted to read this month anyway. So this is Torn by Carrie and Colville. And it has like this flower right on the cover, which is perfect for that. And this is also an age gap romance with, let's see, it has something to do with her. A friend of hers is her friend's father's best friend, I think, unless I got that wrong. Oh, wait, never mind. There's a 15-year age difference in this. So, yeah, that's definitely an age gap. And because of the team that I'm on, we have two different tropes. We have billionaire and age gap. And if you read one of those tropes, we get bonus points. So I am definitely looking forward to reading this because I've heard good things about this one. I remember when it first came out, I was interested, but never actually thought much about it. But when I saw that they got new covers more recently, I decided to pick it up and try it. So I'm very excited to give this one a go. So that was book number 3. Now we're going to choose our card for book number 4. And we have a penguin card. So Ray gets to pick any book, and it doesn't have to be one I already own.
Hey everyone, so I picked out John Stamos's If You Would Have Told Me. And the reason I picked those, I know Amanda's such a huge fan of him on Full House, and she's saying she wants to read it, so I said, you know what? Here you go, enjoy this book. I originally was going to choose The Poppy Wars, but then I changed my mind and I figure I'll go light on her this time, so enjoy the book, Amanda.
And that is book number 4. Okay, so that was 4 books. So book number 5. Okay, we got a big book, 400 plus pages. I think I have something here actually that I can use for that. I think this one's over 500. This is at least 514 pages. So we're gonna go with Love Redesign by Lauren Asher. I still need to finish the Lakefront Billionaire series. This is the Lakefront Billionaire series. What I mean is to say the Dreamland Billionaire series, which I also want to read, but I believe this one fits for my billionaire trope for the romance readathon. So, let me check the other ones before I get to this one. Maybe one of those is over 400 pages. But technically, for a big book, I only need 400 pages at least. Maybe Terms and Conditions is over that. Let me look. Oh, okay. This is 466 pages. Okay, so instead of doing Love Redesign, we're going to do Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I need to finish the series, but I think I want to finish the series before I get to Love Redesign anyway, because it's a spin-off. So we're going to go with this one instead, which is Terms and Conditions. And I've heard this one's actually better than the first book, and I read the first book and enjoyed it, but not a lot of people really liked it all that much. I mean, I remember Dana calling the first book a trope salad. Which I thought was kind of funny. But I'm excited to continue the series, and hopefully it just goes up from here. So that was book number 5. And now we're going to choose book number 6. Okay, contemporary fiction. So that means any of these books technically they're all romance, but it could also fit for contemporary. So I'm okay with that. So why don't we just do this? We're going to finish out the Dreamland Billionaire series for this one with Final Offer. Might as well, right? I mean, contemporary and romance kind of go hand in hand, so we're going to finish out the series, which is also great for the romance readathon. So that was 6 books that we picked. Now for book number 7. Okay, this is interesting. Amazon First Read. I have not gotten this card yet since I've been doing this deck. This is kind of exciting. I haven't picked anything for September yet because as of filming, today's only the 27th of August. So I can't pick a September First Read. I don't know what they're going to be yet. But I could definitely choose one of my other ones. Let me see what I got. So we're going to go to Kindle. Yeah, we're going to go to Kindle. Then we're going to go to Kindle Books. I think the ones that I chose, I got the short story by Ellen Hildebrand called Natural Selection. It's just a bonus short read. And it's not very long, and it works for romance. That's kind of what the cover looks like. So I think I'm going to go with this for a first read because it was a bonus short story that I got free besides my actual other pick. So we're going to go with Eldon Hildebrand's Natural Selection for that. So for Amazon First Read, we are doing Natural Selection by Ellen Hildebrand. And that works perfect for romance. So we will be doing that. All right, so that's 7 books now? Yep. Then we're going to go for book number 8. I still can't believe Sari picked 20 books. That's a lot of books. All right. A book older than you? Seriously? I don't think I have a single book here that is older than me, except for maybe Nora Roberts' book. And I read all my old Nora Roberts ones. All the ones that I have left that I haven't read are newer. So this does not qualify. So we're going to put this one aside because I don't have any books older than me on my shelf right now. Oh, wait. I have an idea. I have some Danielle Steele audiobooks. And she has written a lot. So hold up, I might have something. So the original date for the read by Danielle Steele is January 1st, 1980, which is 10 years older than me. So we're going to go with the audiobook of The Rain by Danielle Steele. I will try and get the cover up so you can see what it looks like. And I read this when I was in high school, like around the same time I discovered Nora Roberts. And I really enjoyed The Rain the first time I read it, but I've also forgotten quite a bit. I was 14 when I read it. So I'm going to listen to the audiobook for it. So that's what I'm going to read for a book older than me. So now we have, how many books did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we got to go for book number 9. All right, here we go. Book with a number in the title. Do I have anything here I can use for that? Nothing over here. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it'll pop up on my August TBR or not. Hold on. I'm thinking. You know what? I have audiobooks. Maybe we can do another audio. I'm sure I probably have more in the bedroom, but I don't feel like going to go look. Oh, here's one. We have 7 Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. So I'm going to use that. We're going to do an audiobook for 7 Faceless Saints. So I'm going to try and listen to more audiobooks. And I don't really know anything about it, so I'm going to read this out loud to myself. During Ambrosia's Second War of the Saints, former friends Rossana Lacertosa and Damien Venturi, she is a rebel who wants to dismantle the corrupt system responsible for her father's death, while he is a young head of security who serves the city and the saints with unanswering devotion, must work together to investigate murders within the city. Now we're going to go for book number 10. You hopefully begin an easy one. Author that shares your first name. Well, I know I have nothing over here, for sure. Let me go into my audiobooks. You might have to do another audio for this one. I don't think I have anything out here that has an author with my name. Oh, here we go. We have Traitor by Amanda Macrina, and it's historical fiction. It takes place in Poland of 1944. So, and it says after the Soviet liberation of Lwów from Germany, don't know if I got that right, the city remains a battleground between resistance fighters and insurgent armies. Tolya Korolenko is half Ukrainian, half Polish, and he joined the Soviet Red Army to keep himself alive and fed. When he not quite accidentally shoots his unit's political officer in the street, he's rescued by a squad of Ukrainian freedom fighters. They might have saved him, but Tolya doesn't trust them. In a city where loyalty comes second to self-preservation, a traitor can be an enemy or a savior, or sometimes both. So we're going to do that for an author that shares my first name. Traitor by Amanda Macrina. All right, so we have to do book number 11. Yeah, Siri, why did you have to choose 20 books? And we have a spicy romance. Okay, I'm down with this. Spicy romance. I have some sitting here, for sure. So I think I'm going to go with spicy romance. I think I know this is a dark romance. I don't know if it's spicy. It probably is. You know what? I have an idea. We're going to do A Salt in the Wound by Sierra Simone. Because I have the ebook, and I want to read that before I read Salt Kiss. So we're going to do A Salt on the Wound for a spicy romance. So that was book number 11. Now we're going to go for book number 12. Hopefully we get a card that we haven't used yet. Okay, so we have a letter generator for the author's name. So that should be interesting. So let me pull up a letter generator. So it could go by the first name or last name, as long as it's from the author. Letter generator wheel. There we go. All right, so I have a letter generator pulled up on my phone. So we're going to see what letter is going to pop up. And all right, we have the letter M. So an author with the letter M in their name. Do I have anything sitting here? Oh, this is perfect. All right, so I'm buddy reading this. Anyways, we're going to use Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. And I am buddy reading this with my friends Clint and Sam. And I think he also included Lori in this, which is another friend of Clint's, but I've got to know her. She's been playing along with Fiction Falls Academy with us. So I think this would be perfect for the letter N, because the author's name is Megan. Or Megan. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But this is perfect. So I'm going to be reading that for that prompt. All right, so we're going to go for book number 13. All right. Let's go with this one. Adult fantasy. Okay, this works. Because Quicksilver by Callie Hart, I believe, is an adult fantasy. So that's perfect. But we're going to use Quicksilver for adult fantasy. So that was book 13. Now we got to choose book number 14. And I'm ready to be done with this TBR. We have some big chunky books on this TBR. Let's see what else we could get in here. Okay, published in 2021. Let me see what I got, if I have anything here that was published in 2021. All right, we found something for published in 2021, and that is The X Talk by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I know it's a romance book, so it's perfect for the romance readathon, and it's these two characters meet via this radio show, and as their show gets bigger, so does their deception, and they start to fall for each other. So I'm excited to finally read this. This has been on my shelf since Karina gave me a whole bunch of books when she moved. So, at least I think it was around that time. Something like that. So that's another book down. Then we get to pick book 15. Oh, I swear, this TBR is huge. Why in the world did Siri pick 20? I have no idea. All right, a book you know nothing about. All right, I finally found a book I know nothing about. Well, for the most part, and that is My Fault by Mercedes Ron. Yeah, I almost said the name wrong. I don't know really hardly anything except that there's an adaptation and it's angsty. That's all I know. I know nothing else. This kind of qualifies for a book that I know nothing about. So we're going to go with that. You have 15 books already? All right, so we need 5 more. Let's see what else we could get. We just need 5 more, guys. We're almost done. I think I'll go with this card. Okay, so we have another letter generator for a title. Okay, so we gotta pick up the letter generator again. Here we go. Oh wait, and something popped up. Alright, now to spin. Here we go. Alright, so it looks like we have the letter A. So it has to have an A in the title. And I already have a great idea for this one. We have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. I read Forget Me Not by her and also really enjoyed it, gave that one 4 stars, and I was definitely interested in reading her second book when it came out. So this works perfect for A in the title. So I am very excited to read that one. Now we need to pick 4 more. Let's find a card that's going to help me. We have a new to me author. That's not too bad. New to me author. And I have something right here that works out perfect. I haven't read from this author yet. And that is Luna Mare by Pepper Winters. I've heard a lot of great things about her books, but I never attempted any of them. So I believe this is a dark romance with age gap. So this works perfect for a new to me author. And I can't wait for this TBR to be over with because we have so many books, people. I swear the stack keeps getting bigger and bigger. All right. So that's 17 books. We need 3 more. I swear this TBR is probably one of the biggest I've had. Okay, a book of the month book. I don't have any out here, but I could easily go grab one. So give me just a moment. I could go grab that. I know exactly what I think I'm going to pick for this. All right, so for our book of the month book that I picked is The Reunion by Kayla Olson. And I've heard pretty good things about this one. And I have been needing to read more of my book of the month books. So I am very much excited to read this. It's basically like this girl is an actress. She grew up on TV. And then they decided to do like a reunion show. So she comes back to do the reunion show. And she falls in love with her old co-star. So I'm very much excited for that. So that's another romance book down. So we only need to pick 2 more books. I'm so glad this is so close to being over with. And this is coming to an end. And hopefully I can fit the last buddy reading here somewhere. I still haven't done that yet. Alright, so we have a YA mystery thriller, which is not what I wanted, because I'm trying to make this a romance TBR. Normally I wouldn't mind doing this, and I have some ideas of what I want to read for it, but I want to save this for another month. So I think I'm going to put this one back. So that way I can find another card that's going to help me get more romance. So we will put this card back. And we will save that for another month. So let's pick a different card. All right, we have a friend pick. Okay, I don't mind that. Let me message somebody. All right, I will insert the friend pick clip after I do all this. I only need to pick one more. So we're going to pick one more, and then I will try to see if I can insert a clip of one of my friends picking the book for me. And we have, oh no, published in 2018? Are you killing me here? You know what? I don't think I have any romance right now that was published in 2018. You know what? This is going back in. I'm picking a different card. I am not. You can still go. I decided not to use that card. So we're going to pick a different card instead. Let's see if we can find a different card. Where I can find a romance book that is not published in 2018. A TBR vet. Well, I already have one TBR vet on this TBR, even though it wasn't chosen for this card. I can't think of any other romance books that I would have that have been on my shelf for that long. However, it's been a while since I've had this one on my shelf, at least. So it's not super long. But I'm going to use this for a TBR vet just because I've been meaning to get to this and it's been a while. And I read the first book and enjoyed it, but I have not yet read the second one. And it's been a while since I've had this on my shelf, at least. So I'm going to read This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan for TBR vet, just because I've been meaning to get to this and I haven't yet. So we're going to use TBR vet just to stretch it a little bit and read this book instead. So we're going to do that for TBR vet. All right, so I texted my friend Nikki and I sent her a picture of other possibilities that have not been selected yet. And she picked for me Wisteria by Adeline Grace, which I am very, very excited for. And I read the first one, Belladonna, last year, absolutely loved it. Read Foxglove this year, didn't love that one as much. Unfortunately, I gave that 2 stars. But this one features Blythe, however you pronounce that. She's a side character from the first 2, and this is her book and her story. And I am psyched because she is my favorite, and I cannot wait to see what happens with her. So thank you so much, Nikki. I so appreciate you picking this for me. This has been an anticipated read for me all year, so I cannot wait. And one other book that did not get chosen to go into this TBR, I don't know why I didn't, but it's another book I want to read. So technically, this is going to be 21 books instead of 20 because it was not selected. So I'm also going to be throwing in The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez because Karina, Dana, and some other girls, I think it's Kara, and if I'm not mistaken, and I think Kaylani, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody else, I can't remember who. Well, they're doing an Abby Jimenez read-along, and they're starting with her backlist series for September and October and November. They're doing the live show for this pretty early in the month, September 8th, I think. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the live show, but I do want to at least try and join them in reading it. Because I believe I have plans to go to a play that day that they're doing the live show. But I'm still very much wanting to read it anyways. So I might try and throw this in, if at all possible. I mean, this TBR is completely up to chance. I might not read all these. I mean, it's a lot of books. There's 20 other books besides this one that Siri thought it was a great idea for me to read 20 this for the month of September. Don't know why, but Ray is loving it. So I'll be throwing that one in as extra, along with all the other books that have already been chosen, including Wisteria. So thank you, Nikki, for choosing Wisteria for me. I cannot wait to read it. I don't think I'll be able to lift all these books. Because there's a lot of heavy books here. But I can tell you, besides these two, there's 3, 6, 9, 12 physical books. Besides these two. And then, oh wait, let me put this friend pick card in the card, the book that you chose. All right, so besides the physical books, let me see how many other books I have. I know I have my Amazon First Read. I have a Penguin card, which Ray's going to choose that book separate, and I'll assume he already dropped the clip, so you know what he's taking for me to read. We have a dystopian ebook. We have a book older than me audiobook. We also have a book with a number in the title, which is another audiobook. Author That Shares Your First Name is also an audiobook. And Spicy Romance, I believe I picked an ebook for that one. Let me check. I think I did. Yes, I did. I picked an ebook for Spicy Romance. So, out of those ones, we have Natural Selection by Ellen Hildebrand, The Cure by K.A. Riley, The Rain by Danielle Steele, which is a reread, Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb, Traitor by Amanda Macrina, Assault in the Wound by Sierra Simone, and we also have my own book club book. I'll be hosting book club for Fiction Falls. Though we did the Academy in the month of August, we are continuing on with Fiction Falls, and we're going to continue the journey with The Red and the Holly Library by K.A. Lindy. Me and my bestie Clint are the hosts, and we are so excited to read this one together. I know it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's bookish, and I am super excited for it. I think this is going to be an amazing time, and there will be a live show. We haven't set up dates yet, but Clint and I will figure that out, and we will keep you guys updated so you know when all the fun stuff is going to be. And I am very, very much excited to get to this one, because not only is this a stunning cover, but it has stunning sprayed edges, stunning end papers, and then the hardback itself, absolutely stunning. It has a library on the hardback, continues all the way to the back. And it's going to be amazing. And I am excited for us to read this together. So I hope you guys join us for the book club. If you do, definitely let me know down in the comments, because I think this could be a lot of fun. I've heard really good things. And so I am definitely looking forward to reading this. So this will be added to the TBR. So I think with this one added, we have around 23, 24 books on this TBR. That is insane. And that's all the books that fits all these cards. So we're going to have a lot of books to read in the month of September. I'm looking forward to a lot of them. Some of them I don't know if I'm going to enjoy, but I'm going to attempt to at least read them and see how they go. So yeah, a lot of books. And I'm mostly excited to read them. I mean, this is 20 books. Actually 21, because I threw in the friend zone. So, I'm going to attempt to read all these. Don't know if I will, but I'm going to try. I've been known to read a lot of books in a month. I mean, back in June, I read 30. So, we will see how this goes. So, that is all I have for this September TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long and crazy one. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you on the next one.